Let me ask you something. Have you ever laid awake at night, wondering if the woman you're with is really loyal to you? Not just faithful, but loyal. There's a difference. See, anyone can stay, anyone can pretend. But loyalty? That runs deep. Loyalty is quiet, but it shows up. It doesn't need attention, it just is. So if you've ever questioned her intentions, if you've ever looked at her and thought, would she still be here if everything went wrong? Then this video is for you. Because today, I'm giving you a full breakdown of the hidden, powerful, and sometimes surprising signs that she's truly loyal to you. Not just in words, but in action, spirit, and heart. But before we dive into these truths, real truths, not the surface level stuff, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button if you're on your own path to better love, deeper connections, and self-respect in relationships. And click like if you've ever been hurt by someone who claimed to love you, but whose actions said otherwise. And watch this video all the way through. Don't skip it, because the signs we're about to unpack, they could change the way you see her, and maybe even change your entire love life. Let's get into it. Sign number 1, she defends you when you're not around. Loyalty isn't about what happens when you're together. It's about what happens when you're not. I want you to think back. Has she ever told you about something someone said? About you, something negative, and how she shut it down? Has she ever gone to bat for you, stood her ground, even when it would have been easier to stay silent? That's loyalty. A loyal woman guards your name when you're not there to protect it yourself. She doesn't let people throw dirt on you. She doesn't let gossip pass unchecked. She speaks up, not just because you're her man, but because she believes in you. 12 months, no games, no hidden messages, no wandering eyes. That's not just love, that's loyalty. When a woman respects your absence, when she honors your time apart instead of using it as a loophole, that's a sign she's built different. Sign number 3, she supports your growth even when it scares her. Loyal women don't just like who you are today, they believe in who you're becoming. And that's not always easy, because growth means change. It means new routines, new ambitions, sometimes new people in your circle. And for a woman who's insecure or possessive, that's terrifying. But a loyal woman? She doesn't try to hold you back just to keep you close. She lets you evolve even if it means less time together. She encourages you to chase that job, start that business, hit the gym, go on that trip, because she's not in love with your comfort zone. She's in love with you. She knows loyalty isn't about keeping you small. It's about standing beside you while you become something bigger. Sign number 4, she tells you the truth even when it's uncomfortable. Loyalty doesn't always feel good. And a woman who's truly loyal, she's going to tell you the truth even when it stings. She's not going to sugarcoat it to protect your ego. She's not going to lie to keep the peace. She'll speak up when you're slipping. She'll check you when you're wrong, not to criticize, but to protect the relationship. That's what loyalty really looks like. It's not just romantic dinners and cute texts. It's accountability. It's emotional honesty. Because she'd rather have a hard conversation than watch you sabotage yourself. She'd rather risk you being upset than let you fall. That's the kind of woman who's all in. Sign number 5, she includes you in her long-term plans. This one is subtle, but powerful. When a woman is loyal, she sees a future with you. And more than that, she builds with you in mind. She talks about next year, not just next weekend. She makes financial plans, career choices, even location decisions based on your partnership, not in a way that loses herself, but in a way that shows she's invested. She doesn't treat you like a temporary passenger. She treats you like a co-pilot. And when she says we instead of me, that's not just a slip of the tongue. That's a sign, a big one. Sign number 6, she stands with you in hard times, not just good ones. Here's where most relationships crumble, during crisis. It's easy to love someone when the bills are paid. The house is clean and the smiles come easy. But what about when life falls apart? What about when you lose your job? When you're battling depression? When you've got nothing to offer but your presence and pain? A loyal woman doesn't run. She doesn't guilt you for not being yourself. She doesn't pull away emotionally. She leans in. She doesn't fix everything for you, but she stays. She reminds you who you are. She holds space for your healing. That's not just support, that's soul-deep commitment. Sign number 7, she doesn't entertain other options. Now this one might sound obvious, but in today's world of social media, dating apps, and constant distractions, it's more important than ever. A loyal woman doesn't leave the door cracked open. She doesn't flirt for validation. She doesn't keep her options open just in case. She doesn't hide conversations or play coy with other men. When she chooses you, she closes every other tab in her heart. And she doesn't do it because you demanded it. She does it because she wants to. Because in her mind, loyalty isn't a sacrifice. It's an honor. Sign number 8. She's patient with your healing. Let's be honest, every man carries some kind of scar. From childhood, from past relationships, from betrayals. A loyal woman doesn't rush you to be perfect. She doesn't shame you for your wounds. She gives you space to process, to grow, to figure things out. She doesn't use your brokenness against you. She doesn't weaponize your vulnerability. She holds your hand, not to fix you, but to walk beside you while you do the work. Because her loyalty isn't conditional. It doesn't depend on your performance. It flows from a place of love and understanding. Sign number 9. She chooses you every single day. Loyalty is not a one-time vow. It's a daily decision. A loyal woman wakes up and decides again to be with you. Even when you argue, even when she's tired, even when the butterflies are quiet and the routine feels heavy. She still chooses you, not out of obligation, not because she can't leave, but because she still wants to stay. And that consistency, that quiet, steady love, that's the kind of loyalty most people never find. Sign number 10, she makes you feel emotionally safe. At the end of the day, this is the ultimate sign. When a woman is loyal, you feel it. You don't live in suspicion. You don't question her motives every time she walks out the door. You feel calm. You feel seen. You feel safe. Because her actions match her words. Because her energy doesn't shift with every mood. Because her love feels like home. So if you're wondering whether she's loyal, look beyond the flowers and the date nights. Look at how she shows up in silence. Look at what she says when you're not around. Look at how she handles your pain, your dreams, your fears. Loyalty isn't loud, but it is unmistakable. If you've got a woman who checks these boxes, hold her close. Because in a world full of temporary love, a loyal woman is a rare and priceless gift. And if you're still unsure, don't panic. Pay attention. Listen more. Watch what's done, not just what's said. Because loyalty always leaves a trail. You just have to know how to read it. With that said, thanks for watching. And until next time.